Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. Today we're looking at the brand new Heavy Slugger Augment for Hammer. So you may be wondering, how does this thing work? It's basically exactly like normal Slugger, except the range is a lot more than that version. So it's basically the paid version of Slugger. The damage isn't increased, but your turret speed is a little bit slower. It's not that noticeable though. Now you may be wondering how far the range actually is. Let's go ahead and take a look. It's not that quite that far. I can't shoot across the map. Let's take a look at this range here. Alright, so the range is pretty far. You can basically shoot to the end of a medium ranged map. You're not going to get there with a long ranged map, but the range is definitely a lot better than default Slugger. See right there, 400 damage at this range, 800 damage. That's pretty dang crazy. You can shoot from really far away. So Hammer goes from being a medium range turret to kind of a long range turret with this augment. Now I like that Tanki decided not to add an additional perk like increased damage to this thing, because how it is, I think this is a perfect example of what a nice new augment should be. It's not super OP, the damage isn't massively overpowered. You get a nice augment that, doesn't destroy the matchmaking meta, and you can use it pretty effectively in these maps that are long range. Because usually when I'm using Hammer, I'm gonna leave every single long-range map I go. But maybe with this augment, I can actually stay in long-range maps and not have to switch my combos all the time. Because you look at this range, this is perfect for a long-range map where you're playing somewhat offensively, but you don't have to be super offensive. You can kind of play back and not get destroyed. Now you can also see the brand new Hammer HD skin here. It's pretty cool, looks a lot like Demonic. It's basically the default version of the Demonic skin. I kind of like it. So now the XT and Legacy skins are going to be the less used ones because a lot more people are going to have HD and not the good skins. So it's kind of funny. The Demonic skin's not going to be nearly as good anymore since the default Hammer looks a lot like Demonic now. Now some other big news coming to the game. There is a new HD map coming. It's going to be the Bridges map, as well as a new Steampunk skin. I called it, guys. I asked Tanki to make a new Steampunk skin because I think they're very underrated and they're awesome. And they're making a brand new Steampunk skin for Magnum. Now, I personally don't really use Magnum and I'm probably not going to go for it. But like I said, it's always fun to have something new, especially in Tanki where, the player base is unfortunately not that high right now. But it's always nice to see new skins. It's kind of like you look at a really nice car, you can't afford it, you're not going to buy it, but it's still nice to see. That's how I feel with Tanki skins. I'm not really going to go for them, I'm not going to spend my tank coins, but I'm always enjoying when they bring new skins to the game. And then also the HD maps look incredible in this game. And I'm always super happy when they bring HD maps to the game. And it's Bridges too, a really good map. A nice small map. I mean, Tanki's only been making these small maps HD because they're a lot easier. When it comes to HD maps, like I said, I really do love them. And I hope Tanki will add an HD map for Rio or maybe for Silence, because those are my favorite maps in the game. And believe it or not, I would actually like to see a large map being remade HD, because as much as I dislike large maps, I would really like to see what Tanki can do with a humongous map. Now we're on a short range map and we can go ahead and see how great this augment is on a short range map. Okay, my teammate helped me out there. That guy had a ton of health. Alright, the reload is pretty slow. I mean, Tanki did nerf the reload recently. I'm honestly pretty happy that Tanki finally added a decently not overpowered augment. I would say it deserves the exotic rarity, especially the range that it can get. It's a lot further than default Hammer. Like, look at that range. I can literally shoot a guy from over here. Also, my FPS keeps dropping randomly. I don't know why. Maybe it's the new Hammer augment. I can't tell. I can actually use this in long range maps now. Because the big reason I left long range maps is because the turrets I enjoyed using the most aren't good. Like, Helios is probably the only augment on Ricochet that I enjoy using. And that means I can use it on long range maps, which is nice. But my other favorite turrets are Freeze, Hammer, and that's basically at Firebird as well. And I can't play those on big maps. So I'm glad I finally have an augment that I can use in long range maps, because I usually leave most long range maps. So maybe this augment, if I can get it on my main account, will let me play long range maps more often. All right, let's shoot from this range. Bam, 700 damage, 700 damage. Got the kill. Man, with normal Hammer, I'd have to hide and make my way towards the base in a very sneakily way in order to get to them. It's nice to be able to use distance finally on Hammer. Usually I'm just bum rushing it in there, right? Yeah, you guys get it. This augment's pretty good. Don't waste too much of your time. Let me know if you guys get this augment. Also, don't forget to use creator code Taspens. Winter, unfortunately, just lost his. So if you had Winter as your creator tag, consider choosing me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in a future video. Peace out.